From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is 1011's Morning Pulse.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.
Good morning. This is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Tuesday, January 14th. Our first story this morning is on the national side. Happening today, Senate confirmation hearings for President-elect Donald Trump's cabinet picks begin. One of the first will be former Fox News host Pete Hegseth, Trump's pick for Secretary of Defense. He could face questions about allegations of his workplace behavior and treatment of women. At least a handful of picks are also happening throughout this week, with even more still unscheduled. And that's set to begin today, though. Your second story, 25-year-old Aiden Glenn from Lincoln will spend 20 years locked up in a federal prison for his role in a deadly fentanyl overdose happening back in August of 2023. He sold fentanyl pills to someone who then gave those pills to a man who took at least one and later died. Days later, Glenn, along with two others, were arrested during a deal police were in on. One other person has already been sentenced, and the third will be sentenced later in March. Your third story, an update on the lawsuit targeting the recently legalized medical marijuana laws in the state. From the Nebraska Examiner, the attorneys for former state senator John Kuhn are among their lawsuit to include a broader number of state agencies in charge of regulating these new laws. The suit first targeted Governor Jim Pillen and Secretary of State Bob Evnen for allowing the measures to go into law. And with that expansion, we have more on this story on our website at 1011now.com. Fourth story, Monday was a busy day for the Nebraska legislature as 65 new bills were introduced. Some of those include LB 149, which would eliminate the ban on suspending students in pre-K through second grade, LB 163, which could create the Office of Climate Action. The office would work with the Department of Environment and Energy. And there's also LB 170, which would eliminate sales tax exemptions for candy and soft drinks. Wrapping things up with your final story, for pickleball lovers looking for somewhere warm to play, a new spot opened up in southeast Lincoln. Let's Pickle near 56th and Nebraska Parkway combines the love of the game with food and drinks, the first of its kind in the capital city. As the sport took off, players here have been looking for somewhere to go during these winter months, and Let's Pickle says anyone is welcome to join no matter the skill level, and anyone can play between 8 to 11 a.m. Monday to Friday, and you can also reserve courts by the hour. That is your Morning Pulse for this Tuesday morning, and we'll wrap things up with a look at your 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to 1011's Morning Pulse. Watch, listen, stream on the 1011 Now app, on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.